The materials I used. I wanted something lightweight and easy to store under my train layout. The main box I purchased at Walmart's for $8. I chose this one because of the slightly opaque material it's made from. With a small lamp on top, it should allow plenty of light to work. This small box was also purchased at Walmart's for $4. As you will see, I use this as the air collector box. 4-inch dryer duct connector, purchased at Home Depot for $7. I used this so I could disconnect the dryer vent duct from the box easily, which allows it to be stored inside the main box when not in use. The pair of fans I purchased on eBay for $26 shipped. These are 12 volt but came with a 110 volt wall wart that converts the power to 12 volt. The seller had these wired and ready to go when I received them. They are 70 CFM each and are brushless. My goal was 100 CFM total. I haven't used this spray box yet, and I hope these do the job. Here I am using the lid from the small box as the window fixture to attach the exhaust vent tube. It fits the window that I will be using perfectly and saved me from cutting one from plywood. I laid the fans on the bottom of the main box and traced them out. I cut just where the fan blades were and left the centerpiece there for a little extra bracing. You can also see where I traced out a circle for the exhaust tube for the window fixture. Slot to allow a basic furnace filter to drop in. I tried to use an X-Acto hobby to cut this material. That was a fail. Then I tried to use a drywall saw. Nope, that was a fail also. Then I got the bright idea to use a cutout tool I purchased from Harbor Freight a few years back. The item number for this is 42831. The cutout tool uses a bit that looks much like a drill bit, but are made for cutting material using its side flutes. I'm not sure, but they might be able to be used in a Dremel type tool. If this had not worked, I was going to try a jigsaw next. After the holes are cut, I turn the large box upside down and place a small box on top, also upside down. As you can see here, there was a gap between the small box and the large box due to the way the large box was made, so I had to use some door weather strip foam to fill in the gap. The size I used was 1/2 inch wide by 3/8 of an inch thick. I cut out a small V gap for the fan wires in the small box. I used 4 small sheet metal screws, one in each corner, to secure the small box to the large box. Then I used silicone caulk to seal around the top and bottom, also seal a small gap at the ends of the weather strip. This shows the fan secured with small nuts and bolts so I can change them out if needed. I hot glued a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch wood strip I had laying around to hold the furnace filter at the bottom of the box. I placed the wood strip back enough so the filter would press against the fan. Here is the dryer vent connector attached to the small box. I siliconed under the flanges, then hot glued 2 beads along the sides to secure it. By the way, the silicone will not hold very well to this plastic. You must secure items by other means or the parts will eventually come off. And now, with the furnace filter in place. Here you can see how the filter pushed up against the fans. They do not hinder the fan blade operation. I did this so I didn't have to box the filter in. Air and paint should flow only through the filter. I placed the fans inside the main box to allow as much space as I could between the fans and the collector box to allow the best possible airflow. And the spray box completed. You can see how it will be easy to disconnect the vent tube from the air collector. I hope you enjoyed this pictorial of how I built my portable paint spray booth. Maybe it will give some of you ideas on how to build your own.